Everyone loves good old rock and roll, but when it comes to playing it on guitar, most of the guitarists know these basic single note riffs like, or even some electric guitar Chuck Berry style shuffle like. And it sounds totally fine when you're playing with the band or with backing track, but what if you want to play this rock and roll bluesy stuff on acoustic guitar? If you're just gonna play this, it may sound a bit too thin. That's why in this lesson I'm gonna show you how to play these types of riffs over every open chord, like C, D, E, F, G, etc, etc. And as a result you're gonna sound massive and powerful when playing just by yourself. And this is how it's gonna sound. Of course, these types of riffs aren't used only in rock and roll. You can play some mid-tempo rock, something Stones-like. You can even use these types of riffs in some ballad songs. So yeah, let's go, and we're gonna start with the C chord. And we're gonna use an open C power chord shape here as our starting point. This is how you play it. You don't fret the D string. You mute it with your ring finger. G string is ringing, B string as usual, and don't play the high E. Once again, mute it. So only 3 strings are ringing, but still sounds massive. It's an open C power chord, and this is how you play this blues rock and roll riffs. I don't know if you care about music theory, you can completely ignore it. However, I'm just gonna say it for the sake of it. These riffs go like 5th, 6th, 7th, 6th, like. You know? Relative to our root note. For example, C, G is 5th, A is 6th, and as you know, A sharp is 7th. How do we actually play it? This open G string is our 5th. Now use your middle finger on the 2nd fret. This is 6th, and pinky on the 3rd fret is 7th. And now you can mix and match them however you want. If you want to play this classic rock and roll, you just go like. You don't have to use this 7th, this last note. You can just. Or you can play, you know, this classic blues shuffle. It's up to you what to play and how to play. I'm just giving you the shapes. Do whatever you want with them. However, yeah, it sounds great. It sounds massive because of this open string and because we play it really low. Much more fat than. Okay, now D chord. Once again, we play the D power chord. We don't play the high E string, we use these 2 fingers. If you want more massive sound, you can actually use the A string as well. Now, use your ring finger to play the 4th fret on the G string. This is our 5th, this is 6th, and if you want 7th, you can use your pinky on the 5th fret. You can move your whole hands over here, but I don't like to do this for the D chord, because this chord is pretty thin, because we play it on the higher strings, and I want this B string to keep ringing. That's why I'm using the pinky. Now, C, D, E. Once again, we play this power chord. And nothing fancy here, we just use our ring finger on the 4th frets of the A. If you play electric rock and roll, you play it the same way. Nothing changes on acoustic guitar, but because this is the E chord, it's already massive and fat as it is. We don't need to do anything extra here. And if you want to play the 7th, it's better to move your hand for more control. Just move your whole hand and play this 5th fret with the ring finger. Now let's skip F and G for now and skip straight to the A chord, because it's the same. You just play this 3-note power chord and you do the same thing. You use your ring finger on the 4th fret of the D. And if you wanna play the 7th, once again move whole hand here to the 5th fret, use your ring finger. Because we play this shape low and because we have this A string, it's still fat and massive as it is. And the last open chord is the G. We play this G power chord. We mute the A string over here. It's muted. And we don't play the high E string as well. We mute it with the ring finger. So yeah, just put them. Don't hold your hand like this, but rather, you know, lay your fingers over these strings. And what do? We use our index finger to play 2nd fret of the D string. This is how it goes. And if you want to play the 7th, it's a bit tricky, but still doable. You do it like this. You bring this finger over here to the 3rd fret of the D, and then back. You know, when you're playing this last shape, just don't play all strings, just focus on the bass notes with your right hand. And it's gonna sound totally fine. Yeah, it's a bit tricky at first, but not that hard, really. Okay, now on to the F chord. I prefer to play this 4-string shape, to be honest. Not this whole bar chord, just rather this 4-string shape. And here are our notes on the B string. 1st fret, 3rd fret, 4th. So, use your pinky. However, if this is too thin for you, you can use the whole bar chord, and still use pinky. This has a bit more meat. And of course you can use this with every chord, with every bar chord, for example G sharp or something. A sharp, etc, etc. But yeah, here's our basic F chord. So yeah, here you go. Once again, you don't have to play rock and roll like this. Not only. It can be some be some mid-tempo rock song, can be even some hard rock song. You know, some Motorhead style stuff, etc, etc. However, at the end of this lesson, let me play through classic, like 12-bar blues. Let's play it in the key of C, and we're gonna use C, F, and G chords, because they are probably the trickier ones over here. So yeah, this is how it will go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds pretty massive, if you ask me, even though I played only this, not even 4, but just 3-string shape. As long as you're attacking strings properly with your right hand, even these small chords will sound pretty great. This is it. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you want to learn even more cool tricks for your chords and rhythm playing, check out our course down below. And if you want to learn some other cool stuff right now, check this video out. Bye bye.